Good morning. Happy Aloha Friday. Welcome back to my channel. I am in my car, I am in my truck, and today we are driving to Honolulu. Today is going to be a very exciting day. I cannot believe it myself, but actually there are 8 to 12 foot waves. Sunset is firing clean. They are holding the next round of heats for the Lexus Pipeline Pro contest. Waves are really good. I actually haven't surfed in 2 days. However, I am choosing to do a business related activity, something for my business and for myself. So I have decided that I'm going to attend a business presentation seminar conference that's being held actually at the Enagic office in Honolulu. Yes, I actually woke up not like really feeling in my energy to go surf, and I know that there's bigger waves today, and I could have actually taken out my new gun. I picked up the other day. I was filming content, but I finished the video by the time I went to go pick up the board. I went to go pick up my new 2 custom Christensen guns. I've waited a long time to pick those up, so I finally picked them up at the Hawaiian South Shore surf shop, and one of them is a 9.4, and look, I could have gone out for that, but I was like, this talk is at 1 o'clock. It's already 11:34 a.m. in the morning, and it's going to take at least 1 hour and 20 minutes to get there, so I'm going to arrive just before it starts. I actually need to stop and get gas. I'm also very excited. I ordered some, can you believe this? I ordered some makeup and skincare from Rhode. So I think I ordered like her famous glazing milk and like a blush, so I'm very excited for that. But I just can't believe that I've chosen, and I know that I can believe, because if you've been following my channel and seeing these videos, that my business is a big priority of mine this year, and I am so focused on blowing up my business. I see everybody with their guns walking to sunset because we're just about to pass sunset, and my battery is about to die. That is not ideal. We may have to vlog on the camera. Anyway, I wanted to just share that. Oh, we're looking at sunset. Oh my God, the beautiful waves. Oh my God, I'm choosing business today. Oh my God. Oh my God, the waves look magical today. It's okay. From like next week, I've counted like 12 days of big swell. Like I'm talking, I can see like 8 to 10 days, 10 to 15s. I've seen like a 15 to 18 foot day. So today is like fine. I'm gonna pass today, even though it looks absolutely epic, but I do have priorities. In order to create success, you've got to be able to prioritize things. You cannot do absolutely everything in one day. Okay, I'm getting gas here. Okay, friends, I have my microphone here. There is a lot of traffic right now as I'm just trying to get past like the pipeline area because of the contest is on, and I just wanted to have a little bit of a chit chat. Everything's been going really well. It's so funny because I get people that are like, oh, you're so focused, and it's like, I was listening to somebody posted in my accountability group Facebook page the other day a talk, and they said something like, most people see like when you create success, whichever area of success that you create that in, whether that's business, where you see somebody like win a contest or something, people think, oh, what they just did. But actually, nobody is ever just an overnight success. A lot of people don't see the weeks, months, years that you sweat it out, that you're building your skill and working on what it is that you are creating abundance and success with. And so it's these moments where I know that since I've been here, and it's something that I share about so much on my channel here, is really tapping into yourself, your being aware of your frequency and your thoughts and your vibration, and aligning that, your values and what your vision is, aligning that to your values and vision, so that everything that you're doing in your day, it's supporting you and moving you forwards towards what it is that you are desiring to create success with. And I know that it's really crazy that I am always like working and doing something, and I really have had to say no so many times to social things, because I know that if I just go out, I'll get distracted and I'll go with the flow, and then the whole day will pass me by, and I will get home and I'll think, oh God, I've got so many things that I would like to have had done today, which contribute to the greater vision of the greater picture of my vision becoming a reality, and that's creating success professionally and financially, and also with surfing. I mean, I've become very intentional with surfing. Usually, like if there's waves, I'm gonna surf. If I'm really tired and I'm not feeling it, I really honor that and I give myself rest, because usually when I go out and surf, I'm there 1000%. I usually have 2, 3, sometimes on the big wave days I have 4.5 hour sessions I can be in the water. So when I go hard, I go all in, and that's really for everything. And I actually had a beautiful call with a woman yesterday, and we are so soul aligned. I think when you really tap in to what it is that you desire, and then you make your commitment to yourself and you go all in, the universe starts to align. So I had this call with this woman. We're very soul aligned. She's into surfing and yoga. We're a similar age. We've had very similar past life and work experiences. She also used to be a competitive athlete. There are so many beautiful synchronicities, and I'm going to hold space for her until she really decides to step into this opportunity. And what I love is it is really scary to say yes to yourself and your dreams and do something that you've never done before. It's very unknown. It can be scary. You can be very apprehensive. You're a little unsure and unclear. And these are all very normal feelings and thoughts at the beginning of starting anything new. But what I've learned through my own experiences and what I've learned through the success of other entrepreneurs and other 7- and 8-figure income earners and people who have built huge organizations and companies and created a lot of success, right, is that you've got to start before you're ready, and start before you're ready, because there is never going to be the right time. Because if you wait for the right time, you could be waiting a long time and then it's going to pass you by. Like the people who jump in, and you usually figure it out as you go, because the scariest thing about actually just getting started with something is actually just making that commitment and decision to yourself. Because once you actually decide, then if it's truly meant to be and it's truly in your heart and soul, that's what you really desire, then there are going to be opportunities and people and things that start to unfold in your life that are going to support you and move you towards that. And this is not just coming from me, this is everything that I've learned through entrepreneurship so far. So there's a lot of people, my inbox has been abundant. I am so grateful for the organic marketing and the paid advertising that I have been creating since January. I mean, I've been really more focused on my content for my social media platforms. I just gotta say, those waves look absolutely divine. Anyway, and I'm grateful because I have so much momentum going in my business. And the common thing is people feel really stuck. They really seek a way to be able to afford their travels and afford a certain lifestyle and have their time back to be with their family, to do the things that they love, and to be able to have the income to be able to do that. And so, that's obviously everything that I'm aligned with. And it does sound scary and it is really unknown. Obviously, I always share about this. There's a beautiful discovery process, a free course that I offer that explains everything. But it's a lot of people, I'm not quite sure what people think. And it's fine if people have preconceived ideas about what they think online, or to build a business online is, or making money online, or what digital marketing is. I think it's very normal and valid that people have these already preconceived ideas about what it is. But I think to create that shift within yourself and tap into the possibility that if I just stay the same and I don't take any steps, or I don't do something that's different than I did before, then how am I supposed to really create different and create what I'm really dreaming of and talking about? And it's going to require sometimes more than just thinking that you want more. It's actually stepping into taking bold action, bold steps towards a process or a way that's going to move you closer to what it is that you want. And I know that's really scary. For me, I'm the type of person, and I guess I kind of had an advantage when I started my online business, was like, I was like, oh, I want to do it. I want to do it. And there were all these problems for me. At first, I was like, I have no tech experience. I don't know anything about social media, marketing, sales, nothing. I knew nothing. I knew how to post a picture on my Facebook or Instagram and write up a quick caption. I knew nothing 4 years ago when I started, but I had this like, oh, I want to do this. I have a dream. I want to do this. And obviously through the years, this frequency has allowed me to immerse myself in what I need to do to create the success. And I was like, well, I guess I'll just have to learn. It's also similar, like, oh, I really want to surf these big waves. Okay, like what do I need to do to surf these big waves? What are the tools that I need? What is the mindset that I need? Who do I need to be around that can show me how to get to surf these big waves? And that's the metaphor. It's like if you really have a vision and you're really intentional and integral to your word, and you're not just like speaking empty words. Like if this is like this, we get one life, right? So why wouldn't you want to immerse yourself in environments and around people, business models, opportunities that actually move you closer? And I know what stops people. It's usually not the resources, because there are so many resources available today to be able to create success. But it's actually most of the time, it's ourselves and our mindset. And it's whatever has happened in the past that is now limiting you. So I think about like, what needs to be done to tap into that version of you and that frequency that you've already created the success, because that's the energy that you want to be in. Why stay stuck doubting and being cautious and still maybe giving control over to other people or other companies or others, society, like what have you? Why continue to give control? Like when you can actually be sovereign and independent in your own self and validate yourself and give yourself permission to like show up and like make your dreams come true. Like that is so powerful, and that becomes very attractive, and that becomes very magnetic. Hi, so I'm just driving and it's now like 5:31 p.m. I'm on the freeway, so there's probably going to be a lot of traffic. Today actually ended up being, I'm so grateful that I went, and it ended up being really fun, and I'm super grateful to be in the vibe and the energy. There were a couple of speakers, obviously like Cynthia Brigante, who's like at the top of the entire company in the world. She's 6A15-7, and she's quite faith-based, which is fine, but it was a business presentation. It was an interesting presentation, I guess, for her like actual team there. They could bring new people there. I actually had a man that came with me. His name is David. I'm not sure if I said in the clips before, but he ended up only staying about an hour and a half because he had to go. And I'm not quite sure what he thought. In the end, I just dropped off some water for him. I'm really glad that I went, and I guess like the point of me going today is to show that to myself how committed I am to my business. Like I didn't really like learn anything business-wise. I'm just happy to be in the energy of where I was today. And it's just an action that I took to show how committed I am in my business right now. And that I realize that I am continuing with showing up in situations, and whether it's in business or whether it's in surfing as well, that I'm just so committed to going all out, and I'm so dedicated and committed to my dreams and my goals. And I have big dreams and I have big goals. In a quarter mile. So as you can see, I'm driving, and it's interesting the way that they share about the business, because obviously if you've heard me speak about the way that I'm building my business, it's very much all online. And when I first started my business, I actually wish that I had more of a community and proximity around me to actually share the opportunity with. And I did. When I was in Siargao, I shared my business with everybody, and nobody had the money and nobody was interested. So that's when I started to learn more about how to do this online. And obviously I've been developing my skills with everything to do with business, sales and marketing digitally since then. And of course, I continue to develop my skill. I've got 12% also left on my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 here. So the microphone is fine, but actually the actual camera body will shut down, and I've got 12% left to talk. I just realized that, again, it was an act. Like, today's waves were epic, big and clean and good condition. And I just chose, though, like, what is my priority? And my priority is this business. And it is surfing. And there's actually a big convention. It'll be the 51 anniversary in San Diego, in obviously the United States, in California this year. It's in June. And my accountability friend and partner, Caitlin, keeps saying, come on, we'll share a room together. And I said, yeah, I really want to go. I need to get a ticket, and I'm leaning hard towards going to it. Like, I need to make it happen. It's like showing up to do things that seem, at first you go, oh, I don't know if I can do that. But that's what sets apart people who create success, that it's actually in our human default, that it's what sets people apart. It's most of us are conditioned to, oh, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. I'm not good enough for that. I don't have the money to do that. But actually it's, and I heard this just before and I share about this. It's like, focus more and tap into the frequency and the energy of the person that has already created the success that we desire, and focus rather on how am I going to achieve my goals, my dreams, but to focus on your why and your reasons why. And I focus on, like, why do I want to do this? Why do I want to build this business? This has been something that I've been focused on, and I've come back since August last year, and now obviously since starting this 90 days. And I'm in a different place in my life, what I'd like to achieve, financial success, professional success, to create impact, to be able to live a life of doing absolutely anything that I can, whenever I want to, and not have to worry about any money, or the fact that if it's going on a credit card or if I'm borrowing money, that there's total sovereignty and independence in being able to make decisions and choices and create opportunities in my life on my terms. And I've just stepped into that, where I've really, in certain situations of my life, I've had to say no so many times and be like really owning myself, owning my decisions, and owning when there are skills I need to learn. There's probably different ways I could handle situations when it comes to, okay, we're like on the freeway and I somehow need to get lots of traffic. Okay, nice man just let me in. That's very nice. Now we're like being followed by the camera. And today as well. 800 feet. And it's funny because I got nervous when I did as well today. Not only did I like show up, and then my friend, this person that I've just met, who's the owner of the Hawaiian South Shore store, he showed up and then he left, and at the end I was like, I need to ask a question. And I don't usually ask questions when I'm on like Zoom meetings, because believe it or not, I do get shy. And I was like, I just have to ask a question. I've got to keep doing things that are scary. I've got to keep doing things that stretch me. I've got to keep doing things that feel uncomfortable, because it's actually when you're uncomfortable and you're pushing yourself and you're playing your edge, that's where the growth and expansion is. And so I put my hand up and I actually asked Cynthia, I said, do you remember when you were 1A, 2A, 3A in those lower ranks when you first started out? Who was it and what was it that you had to tap into to create the success, to create the success that you desire? And then she like misunderstood, and she said, well, I sold to one guy 17 machines, and then I had a few more sales, and then I became 4A. So she actually didn't like answer my question. That was fine. That didn't matter. I mean, it could have been cool if she like actually answered what I was asking. However, it was also the act of doing something that made me feel uncomfortable. And I know that's been my whole life. And I showed up today, and it's actually, I just have this, I know I'm a little bit of a late bloomer, and I'm not going to connect the story to it, but I'm always a little bit behind and late. It might not seem like that the way that I come across here on my videos, but I've always been a little bit late blooming when it comes to like success, and I know that's the case for creating the caliber and standard and the caliber and standard of success, professional and financial success that I am gunning for now is what most people can't even fathom. And that's the kind of challenges and things that I like to do in life, not only for my own personal gain, but I realize that, in order to create the success yourself, it's about giving to others and helping others. And I speak about this always on my channel, that I'm always here to empower you to become the best version of yourself. Now, whether that's you get involved with this opportunity that I'm aligned with, this business model, or it's if you're watching my YouTube video and you just feel very positively impacted. I believe that we all deserve to have what we desire. But what sets the people apart that create the success is those that go out and do things that are what most people don't. And I've always done that. I've always lived a very unconventional, non-traditional life. With the way that I was a professional dancer. I traveled all over the world. I left home at 19. I left Australia at 20, 21. And I'm doing things a bit differently. And it's not that I want to prove myself, but I want to be able to show other people that you can create success and love your life and love the life that you live and wish to create and manifest, and you can do it in the way that you want to do it, not how society says you should do it or not how parents or others should say, but when you decide and have the clarity of you're going to go after your wild dreams, then go for it, because you can do it. Why can you not create success from an unconventional path? Anyway, you can tell that I'm very passionate about this, and I'm in quite a lot of traffic as I'm driving along here, and the sun is setting, so actually that's quite nice. Oh look, now we have this follow camera. Anyway, I'm just grateful that I went, and I'm going to make it happen by going to San Diego. I'm going to call in the sales that I need and the team that I need to attract and who I'm going to help and impact others. I feel it. It's different this time, and I also find myself acting in different ways than I usually wouldn't in the past, and that's required. Change is required. Changing your mind, changing your story, changing your state, changing your health, changing all of that to change your life. It starts with change within yourself first. So that's all I'm going to share with now. I do hope that you have enjoyed what I've had to share. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe if you have found value here and vibe. If you loved the video, I would love a thumbs up, and I will see you next video. Okay, aloha.